So today I will be inserting the nasogastric tube into this patient. I already have a patient order from the doctor, and this patient for this purpose is able to sit up and move around for me, which is good. So yeah, first thing I'm going to do is, after I've got no consent, I will measure how far it needs to go in by measuring from the earlobe to the nostril, and then from the nostril down to about the bottom of your sternum. So that's at about 44 centimeters. Right. So from there, I'm going to lubricate the end of my tube. So now it's going to move nice and smoothly. I'm going to ask the patient to put his chin on his chest to open up his nasopharynx. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm just going to slip this in nicely, and I'm going to tell the patient as I'm going what he needs to do. And so once I can feel it start to kind of slip around that corner, I'm going to ask him to put his head up a bit, so then it opens up that passage there, and he'll have a cup of water with a straw, and I'm going to ask him to swallow and swallow and swallow and swallow and swallow until we're at our 43 zone. And then from there, I'm going to try and secure it with my sticker. Would only partially secure it, but we don't have the tape required for that. So put the sticker over his nose, and then I'm going to I'm going to wrap this part around the tubing, and then this part kind of just comes around to secure everything definitely in place, so then it's not going to migrate around the body. Alright, so now I'm going to take the 60 ml syringe, and I'm going to check to make sure that it is in his stomach and not in his lungs. So I remove the cork bit, and then I'm going to withdraw some fluid, hopefully, and then I pull this back, and then I take my pH indicator strips made specifically for this test, and I'm going to pour some of the fluid out onto that, and I'm going to be looking for a change in the colour, and it wants to be an acid at approximately 5 pH or lower for an adult. And so checking that, it's going to have changed because it's in the stomach. Alright, and then that is in there. I'm trying to remember what I have to do next. Alright, and just another thing to check, and I also have to check inside the mouth to make sure it hasn't curled up in the back of the throat there, and that it definitely has gone down, but that's also checked. Another way to make that you can measure to see that it hasn't moved or anything is you measure the external length that's left of the tubing with your tape measure. So for this one, it is at, if I can get this right, at 29 centimeters. And so you'll write that down so then it hasn't moved around and you know that it's all good to go there.